Hey guys, Jem here once again with another book review for you guys. This time I'm going to be reviewing Silence by Becca Fitzpatrick, the third book in the Hush Hush saga. So this book, I rated an 8.5. It was really good. I got through it really quickly, unlike how I got through Thirst, number 2. But I got through this one fairly quick, and I thought it was good, even though it frustrated me for the first half of the book. It was really frustrating. Note that this will be a spoilers review. Now onto the synopsis. When silence is all that's left, can the truth finally be heard? Nora Gray can't remember the past 5 months of her life. After the initial shock of waking up in a cemetery and being told that she has been missing for weeks, with no one knowing where she was or who she was with, she tries to get her life back on track. Go to school, hang out with her best friend V, and dodge her mom's creepy new boyfriend. But there is this voice in the back of her head, an idea that she can almost reach out and touch. Visions of angel wings and unearthly creatures that have nothing to do with the life she knows. And this unshakable feeling that a part of her is missing. Then Nora crosses paths with a sexy stranger, whom she feels a mesmerizing connection to. He seems to hold all the answers, and her heart. Every minute she spends with him grows more and more intense until she realizes she could be falling in love again. Alright, so in the beginning of the book, as you heard, Nora loses 5 months of her life, of 5 months of memory of her life. And it was completely whoa. I was kind of confused for a little bit. But then I was like, yeah, I know what's going on. Because in the last book, it left off as a cliffhanger. Hank Miller, a.k.a. Marcy Miller's father, who is Nora's, enemy, nemesis, is apparently Nephil. He is the Black Hand, and he, burst in on Patch and Nora, and whisked Nora away somewhere and kept her captive for 3 months, aka 11 weeks. So, and during all that time, Patch had made an agreement with Hank to make sure that they don't kill her. Because apparently Nora is Hank's daughter, which makes her and Marcy half-sisters, and it was like, whoa, hold up, slow down there. And it was just then in this book, the first half of the book, it was she lost her memory, and I was really frustrated with how stupid she was being sometimes. It was just those frustrating moments that a character is just being stupid. And then something that the characters don't in the book, which is what is that? Dramatic irony, I believe. It was just so, ugh. But then she does eventually get her memory back. But then she goes into some trouble with Hank, and Patch. She finds Patch again, who calls himself Jev, which was his name before he called himself Patch. Jev was his real name, and then in the beginning of the book, when you see the name Jev, you'll just know that's Patch. You just know. Because there were just signs of it. The baseball cap, the black eyes. It was just, it wasn't really too hard to follow. And then, Nora becomes complete Nephil. A purebred Nephilim. And so, it was just amazing. And, well, just, ugh. I'm sorry, I'm just I just finished the book and I just can't get over my thoughts about it. But Hank does die in the book in the end, but then she had to swear an oath to keep her mother safe. She swore an oath that she was a purebred Nephilim and that she would take over the Black Hand's army after Hank died, if Hank died, which he did. And so things go a little bit downhill from there. And in the end, she has to, because she, like, promised or oathed that she would, like, disband the army, Scott came with these two Nephilim from the army who were, like, lieutenants or something. The first lieutenants, I believe. And they were all like, the Nephilim want a revolution, and if you don't start a revolution with the Nephilim, they will be at war with you, Nora. And then Nora was thinking, if I do fight with the Nephilim and make them start a revolution, the archangels will be on my back and there will be a war. And if I don't, the Nephilims will be on my back and there will be a war. So there will be a war either way. So it's a lose-lose situation, and that's how it ends. So Scott does come back. Scott Parnell from the last book, he came back and helped Nora with her memories and everything. So that's all I really have to say. Again, 8.5 out of 10. It was a really good book. I got through it really quickly. And so the next book I will be reading is Thirst number 3. Hopefully I get through this quickly and not as slow as I did the last one, because the last one I was like, oh my god, I don't really want to read this, but then again, I want to read this. So I had this weird thing with my head. So I will be reading that next, and a whole lot more books. Or I might, actually, since I renewed this, I'm pretty sure I renewed this, because the computers were down at my school, and we couldn't, and the day I wanted to renew this, I couldn't, but I wrote down that I did want to renew this. So it gave me extended time on this. So this, I'm not sure. I might read Forestborn next by Shannon Hale, because I have to read this for my book club, which I'm president of at my school. And I haven't even started. And I don't know when our next meeting is. So I have to read this. Like, I absolutely am going to read this. So, also, just wanted to let you guys know of a new ebook that's coming out called Labyrinth Society: The Versailles Vendetta by Angie Kelly. Look at this. Isn't this a beautiful cover? From what I've read of the blurb, it's a really good book, and I'll just read you guys the synopsis. When 12-year-old Mia Cornell is sent to live at the Tarpley estate, her 9th foster home, she has no idea what she's in for. Having a kind but mysterious foster mother and 3 quirky foster sisters is all well and good. Discovering that her new family is a secret society, they use a portal in their garden labyrinth to travel the globe seeking lost art, artifacts, and OSOs, objects of supernatural origin, is something else entirely. Mia barely has time to wrap her head around the truth when the society's latest job, tracking down Marie Antoinette's necklace, goes sideways. Mia and her new siblings, Tommy, the historian, Devin, the hacker, and Lily, the muscle, must use their wits plus a few cool OSOs filched from the society's vault to stay a step ahead of a sinister enemy from their foster mother's past. But just how far back does Mrs. Tarpley's past go? And will Mia stand by her new family or cut and run when they need her the most? Now an author biography. Angie Kelly is the pseudonym of a former member of the Labyrinth Society. When she's not writing about her adventures or reading about other people's adventures, she's busy traveling the world and indulging her inner 12-year-old. Although she was last sighted lurking around the British Museum after hours, her current whereabouts are unknown. This book will be coming out May 27th from Astria Press, so you guys can go and get that. It will be out on Amazon and in Barnes & Noble for ebooks. So once again, this is the cover. Isn't it really it's just beautiful? And I really think that this would be a good book. I would read it. And I'm hoping, I asked the author, Angie Kelly, to send me an ARC so I can read and review before it releases. So I'm hoping that she does send me the ARC. She hasn't sent me an ARC yet, and I'm not sure if she's going to, but I hope that she will. And that's all I really have to say in this review. Next book, Forestborn, definitely. I'm choosing this now, Forestborn. So that's all I really have to say, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!